Hello llamas and welcome to Mount Olympus. My name is Persephone and I am the goddess of spring. Today's makeup look is inspired by the Webtoon series Lore Olympus.
Is it lonely up there, my king? If so, I can keep you company. Is it warmer up there on the throne?
If you haven't read it yet, I really recommend it. It's a modern retelling love story of Persephone and Hades. Each god and goddess is given a specific color to easily identify each character. In Lore Olympus, Persephone is a pink goddess. She's so adorable and has the naive, innocent charm to her personality. This is my first time working with face body paint, and to be honest, I tested it out a couple of minutes before filming on my hands. First, I decided to work on the eyes to apply some color just to see how much makeup I would need around the eye area later. Think of it as a first base step. I started by adding this bright pink shade from my Sailor Moon palette and gave my eyes kind of like a cat look. Because remember, Persephone is a cartoon character, so we want to exaggerate the eye makeup a bit.
So if you're going down, then I can win one of 4 out of your eyes.
So after letting my skincare products sink in for a bit, I added a tiny amount of foundation to my face to get rid of any redness, to start with a fresh and clean canvas.
Wearing a green dress for money and power. You're wearing an emerald for money and power.
So to add the paint, I would dab a bit of water onto your foundation brush to easily paint on your face. A great beginner's paint is the SNAZROO face paint, which is great and safe for sensitive skin types. Here I'll share some great tips for beginners. Add the paint to your brush and begin adding your first layer of paint to your face. Decide what areas you're looking to cover. For me, it was my face, a bit of the ears, neck, chest, and hands. This part was actually really cool and fun for me to try. Just a little side note, the paint is pink, but I wanted my background to be pure black. So it looked purple in the beginning of the tutorial, but I fixed it later when I realized it was either a dark background or that the tutorial was more important. So I apologize for that. Now, Persephone is all pink. So in order to cheat the look, I used a long white dress, long black dress, white faux fur coat, and black faux fur coat to avoid painting my arms. And as cool as it is becoming a pink goddess, that's a lot of work. If you really want to become all pink, power to you and go for it. YOLO. For the legs, if you don't want to paint your legs pink, I recommend getting hot pink tights or leggings and some cute white or black shoes if you want to do her innocent look or her queen of the underworld look. You will also need a pink wig. In Lore Olympus, Persephone goes through different hair transitions from long hair to short hair, so just pick one that you really like. I promise you the paint is a bright pink, but I had to sacrifice my black background and fix the exposure to get more of the pink color out on camera. So for any small areas, you can just use your fingertips to cover any part of the eye area that you may have missed. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just dabbing on some of that pink paint. So one thing is, face paint makes us look flat. So later on, we will need to bring back dimension to our face. I found one layer of this paint was enough for me. I did want to look humanist, goddess, Persephone-like, but I didn't want to be overly pink. But that's honestly a personal choice. You can go into a much deeper, hotter pink if you wish. I think personally this light pink looked a lot cuter. Next, I took my Juvia's palette and taking the hot pink shade, I would use this to start contouring the face. So the temples of your face, bottom angle of the cheeks, chin, and forehead. I messed up a bit on the cheek area. Contouring isn't my strongest skill, but I hope one day with more practice I can get better. Looking now, I wish I would have fixed that part a bit.
You remind me of a storm, shine like lightning, strong as thunder, sweet as rain, God in human form, might like Midas, look like Dionysus, danger like Hades.
Then using the Zulu palette, I decided I wanted to add more depth to the eyes and not just make them all pink. So a touch of purple works great, and if you look at Lore Olympus, Persephone has a bit of a purple hue to her eyes, so I would smoke this out on the corners to give the eyes more dimension. Remember, she is a cartoon character. Then, taking a pink gold, I added this to the inner corner of my eyes to bring out Persephone's innocent, cute look.
You look so shady when you turn away from me, but I know that it's all a man.
Taking a violet metallic shade, I popped this in the middle lid. Again, she's a goddess, so this gave the look the sparkle that it needed.
Stare at the sun blindly. Need you here, it's all I.
Then, taking the first bright pink shade that I used on my eyes, I added this onto the crease since I lost a bit of the pink hue while blending the other colors to make the pink peek through more.
Straight for me, racing straight toward me.
Last, taking the dark pink shade we used to contour our face, I added this to the outer corner for a more defined look. Looking back, I wish I would have done a bit more purple instead and added the darker pink to the lower lash for a more dramatic eye look.
I'm wearing a green dress for me.
Using a black eyeliner, I did my usual winged line. You are free to choose whichever eyeliner shape you like best. I think it added a nice touch, again since she is a cartoon character. Another thing that I drew were small winged lashes on the bottom of my lashes for that more cartoony effect.
Is it lonely up there, my king? If so, I can keep you company. Is it warmer up there on the throne? Can I get up with you? You can call me your own.
Add any pink lipstick of your choosing. I added one from Huda Beauty in Rendezvous, but it wasn't pink enough, so I had to go with Vegas Volt from MAC and add this on the top. But I do wish I had a hotter pink to bring out the lips a little bit more. But again, you are free to choose whichever pink shade you feel works best for your Persephone look. To add dimension back to my chest, I added this fuchsia pink from the SNAZROO line and simply followed my bone structure. There may be a better way to do this, but I wanted to keep the tutorial simple since I'm a beginner. Maybe in the future I'll improve on this part more.
You know I'm right here forever, yours to stay. You remind me of a story.
To just set the chest, I used the dark pink shade from the Zulu palette and retraced my bone structure. Try not to think too much, just do what feels right and looks right to you. Again, this is a beginner's tutorial.
So if you're going down, can I come with? Wanna fall out of your arms, so give me a crown. Victory's is you and I, baby.
You could probably skip the next step, but I added this coral pink blush from M Cosmetics just to give my cheeks a bit of flush, even though you can't really see it that well, but I know that it's there, so I added it anyway.
Rock for money and power, baby. You look so shady when you turn away from me,
For highlight, I added this beautiful glitter shade from the Baby Got Peach palette, which has pink hues, and added some to the eyelid space.
Stare at the sun blindly. Need you here, it's all I ask. Full moon rises, my demise is heading straight for me, racing straight toward me. Then your eyes break my.
Feel free to darken your brows. Persephone actually has dark eyebrows in the cartoon. They're not pink.
So if you're going down, I can win. Gonna fall in your eyes, singing me a crown. Victory's is you and my baby.
Add your wig. I really loved her underworld look and her innocent look in the white dress, so here I am showing you both. Hope this tutorial was helpful for you, and I understand that this year Halloween may look different due to what's going on in the world, but I hope you get into the spirit of dressing up on the day itself. Sometimes little things like this are really good reminders that we are allowed to have fun even while we are staying safe indoors. I'll see you llamas later for more Halloween looks. Bye!
Out in human form, might like Midas, look like Dionysus, danger like Hades. So if you're going